Fargo's front arms,
Okay.
right here. And what we're doing is we want to make sure that we just get back by the shoulder blades, which are,
Okay.
you know, but if you kind of pet his hand, you'll feel them.
Right.
So like
Got 'em.
wings,
Right,
like little
right there.
plates sitting on either side of him.
Mhm.
So I kind of, where you want to pull up it's kind of like a scruff for the kitty. I'm going to pull it up kind of starting at the shoulder blades, okay?
Okay.
And what I do is I use I'm right-handed, so I use my left hand. I use my thumb and my middle finger. And you literally are pulling up the scruff, and then you're kind of feeling, you've got a little triangle window right in front.
Okay, so
Okay,
right where, when you pull it together.
And you do need to pull up, so
Right.
it is like you're kind of scruffing a baby kitten.
Yeah.
So you want to pull up so you have enough room to go underneath it. And where you're really aiming for is kind of underneath. If you're not getting enough scruff, just go back a little bit more because you'll feel more when you go back.
Mhm.
And you're aiming kind of under the skin, between your thumb and middle finger.
Okay,
that's
so
where the
sort of
needle's
between
gonna
the shoulder blades.
Yeah, yes, and between, the needle
Right.
will go kind of underneath your thumb and middle finger.
Okay.
And you may poke yourself. It's okay, you do, you're already in there, so you can
Yep.
just leave it. If you go through the skin and come out and water starts shooting out the other side, just go ahead and pull it back and you'll most likely be in.
Yeah.
Or pull it all the way out and change
So
the
all we're
needle.
trying to do is just barely get it under the
Just
skin.
get it under the skin. You're putting the whole needle in, but you're just going under the skin. It's just sub-Q. It's not in a vein. It's
Right.
not IV. It's just
Okay.
sub-Q fluids, okay? And they'll just fill that one little poke. We use an 18 gauge needle so it goes faster.
Okay.
It's usually more comfortable for them. There's a one size smaller, but it takes longer, and most cats just get a little bit impatient. They're done,
Okay, right.
And what I tell people to do is when you go to inject it, just put the needle straight in. I have people do an inhale, and then exhale out their mouth, so you're actually blowing on the fur, because then
Okay.
they feel that, and
Good.
then you put the needle in at that time. So you go straight in all the way. You don't want to jab at them, okay?
Right.
Straight in all
So
the
you
way.
just go straight in towards his head, really.
Yes, and you don't go straight down,
Down, no.
and you don't go completely straight. You go just a little bit off of the flap, okay?
Okay.
And then the needle has the opening, which is the eye of the needle. You can see the hole,
Yep.
okay? And then there's a point. So we do the point down. So I say eye to eye. You should be looking at the eye of the needle.
Okay.
Eye to
Okay.
eye. The point is down, so the sharpest point of the needle goes in first. So it's the
Mhm.
most comfortable, okay? It's closed right now. It's a spinning kind of wheel that you clamp down.
Mhm.
Okay, so once you have the needle cap off, you don't want to touch the needle to anything. So I've got the eye up. I'm going to pull up with my thumb and middle finger here.
Yep.
Feel my little space. Do my inhale. Straight in. Okay, he felt it, but he was okay. Now you hold it there with your left hand if you're right-handed. Roll the ball all the way open. Make sure that this kind of moves on the line a little so it's not crimped or kinked. And you look up at the fluid and it should be running in a nice stream.
Yep.
Okay? Sometimes if it gets stuck or there's a little bit of sub-Q pushed up against it or sucked up against it, some fat, it'll start dripping slowly. Then you can just gently twist a little bit to the left or right, clockwise or counterclockwise. Pull back a little bit. Kind of feel in there where it is. You can feel the ball forming right now. You just feel the fluid.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So we're going to do about 100 to 150 for him today. Just kind of keep glancing up there. Now it's a new bag, so when the fluid line gets down to the 1, which you should really look at it level, which Paulette can see for me right now, or someone else in the room can check, or you can literally stand up.
Okay,
Just
so
check it.
so
When
100
it gets to
150.
1 will be 100.
Okay.
150 will be between the 1 and 2. And between each number is 100 ml, it's 100 mils.
Okay.
This is a 1 liter bag, so it's 1,000 mils in the bag, okay? Usually takes just a few minutes. If he gets real fidgety, just kind of try and, if the animals have a collar, I'll loop my pinky under their collar, just kind of that way they can't move too far away from me.
Right.
You can put them in a little cat bag and like zip open the back so he could be sitting in his little comfortable carrier.
Oh, okay.
And you can just do this through the top, okay?
Right.
He's not, as you can see, he's not too bothered
No,
by it.
he's fine.
And this little camel's hump that he has will absorb probably within an hour, maybe even by the time you get home. He's purring right now, actually.
Right.
So, Paulette, we're getting kind of close to the 1. A little
Just
bit more.
you're just a little bit more for the
Okay,
1.
I'm going to go to 150, so I'll go between the 1 and 2. And then to give another 150, you go down to the 3, so I'll mark it for you. I'll draw a line at the 3.
Right.
Okay? And that would be like tomorrow you'd give the 150, and then I'll go ahead and just mark it like per number. So
Yeah.
from 3 to 4, just 100. I'd have you just do 100 after that.
Okay.
So do 150 today, 150 tomorrow, then 100 only for the next day or 2 while
Okay.
we're seeing how he's doing.
Does she continue to give the herbs that she was doing already?
I would cut back on the herbs, just for right now, so his stomach can calm down. Just I would
Okay.
give it a break for until I see him next time.
Okay.
Bring them in so I can muscle test them again for
Okay.
him. Okay. How are we doing, Paulette? Are we
You're
almost at 150?
yeah, you are.
Okay.
You're
And then
there.
what I do is I just hold on with my left hand. I'll hold the needle in place. I close this first, roll the ball all the way down to where it's tight.
Okay.
Then I actually pinch the skin around the needle while I pull the needle out. I keep pinching that for about 30 seconds to a minute. Put the cap back on, and then I immediately change and put a clean needle on so that your needle's ready to
Ready
go.
for the
You know,
next.
next time it's